I want to make a quick video, just kind of clarifying some things. Um, there's the red pill movement, right? Now, I don't really align myself with the red pill movement. I mean, there's some things I like about it that I like. Um, the fact that the red pill movement talks about having men get on their purpose and work on their purpose and extract the best version of themselves as possible. I like that idea. Of course, everybody should do that, not just men, right? But I think as men, we have a bigger challenge than females. Um, we have to go out and produce. We have to go out and make ourselves valuable. Women are typically born with value, right? We protect women. So that part of the red pill movement I like, but what I don't like and how I want to set myself apart from them is how a lot of them, a lot of these guys who are following the red pill movement, these young guys, I think they've had a lot of struggles and have had a lot of failures with women in general, especially these younger guys, these 20-something-year-old guys. I mean, I'm 40, going on 43 when I was in my 20s. Girls were pretty crazy, but not as crazy as they are now. I'm not trying to bash women. I'm just saying. But so these young guys, I see a lot of guys. They want the same thing. They want a girl to love them, respect them, have their back, right? And what they're doing is they're pouring everything into these girls. They're pouring all their hopes and dreams into these females. And realistically, girls, I'm sure that's entertaining to a female at first. A guy being overly romantic and giving them all this attention. I think they like it. But ultimately, it turns them off in the long run because a man who's on his purpose, a man who's doing his thing, who's pursuing his hopes and dreams and accomplishing things in life, that's attractive, right? Men like other men who have accomplished things. Men want to follow other men who have status, who have accomplished a lot of things, whether that's financially, whatever it is, right? Where men have wisdom and experience, other men want to follow them, and women are attracted to that too. So what's happening with these young guys, they're pouring all this energy and all their hopes and dreams into these girls. It doesn't work out because ultimately girls are not attracted to that. And then they get burnt. And then they go to the red pill movement. They're like, screw women. I'm just gonna work on me. I'm just gonna do my own thing and screw women. And that's the part where they lose me. I've talked to some guys, younger guys, recently. I'm not gonna name any names, but there's a young guy I talked to. He's like 27 or 28. I'll tell his story real quick. Super nice dude. He basically was engaged to a girl, paid for her schooling, paid for her to go through nursing and all that good stuff. As soon as she got her degree, her master's, she left him. He came home from work, she was gone. Left him a note saying, I don't think it's working out. So this guy poured all his hopes and dreams into this girl. He did everything for her and she ended up leaving him. So now when I talk to him, he's like, screw that, screw women. He hates women. And it's like that. It's a mistake, right? So either you got guys on one end who are simping over females. They're over there like treating them like goddesses, which is wrong. So you got guys on that end who are treating women like goddesses. They inevitably get burnt. And then they go to the other end where they're like, screw women, I'm just going to work on me. I don't agree with either side, right? I want to be somewhere in the middle where what I teach my sons or what I talk to young guys about a lot is, look, I love marriage. I think everybody should go for marriage. Men should want to be married. They should want to have a good woman in their lives. They should want to raise a family. When a man has that in his life, when he has a loving woman and that support in his life, and eventually he has kids in his life, that motivates a man like nothing else. A good woman can take a great man and make him extraordinary. Plain and simple. All these great men in history, they all had one thing in common. They had a good woman that had their back and supporting them. I have a good woman. My wife backs me up. She has my back and she makes me want to do things that I would have never have done without her. So I think all men should aspire to marriage. But young guys in their early 20s, focus on you. Focus on becoming a provider. Focus on becoming a protector. Focus on contributing to the world. Focus on being the type of man who, when you touch other people's lives, their lives have improved because of you. That could mean anything from being a doctor. It could mean to being a comedian. You could be a simple dude who does stand-up comedy on the side or something, right? You make people laugh. You're not a big earner. You're not an athlete, none of those things, but you're just a dude that makes other people happy. So that can mean different things for everybody, right? So I teach my sons to focus on extracting the best version of yourself. And the only way men can achieve that is by challenging themselves, plain and simple. If your life is easy, if you wake up and you're bored, or you haven't had any problems in your life, then you're wasting your life as a man. You need to go out and figure it out. You need to go out and challenge yourself. I do it all the time. I make my life harder than it should be, I think, sometimes. And my wife helps me bring it back down to earth. So as men, we need to focus on being the best we can, with the intention of eventually inviting a female into that life you're building. You should build such a wonderful life for yourself that any female would be blessed to come into it, right? That's what I think men should do. Work on yourselves with the intention of sharing that experience in that life with somebody important, right? And if you do that, you just become a better version of yourself. You're happier, you're healthier, you're a leader, and that's the kind of men we need in society, not these men who, like these feminist men who, they think men like me, masculine men, are the problem, right? But masculine men like me are the ones who built the world. We're the ones that run into the fire when the house is on fire. We're the ones that, we'll take the bullet for people, right? So, I just want to kind of clear that up. The Red Pill movement, I don't know what's going to happen with this channel. I'm just talking, right? I don't have anything really scripted. I just have ideas in my head and I'm just spitting them out. I just have something to say. I want to see where this takes me. I want to talk to men. I want to talk to as many men as possible. I want to talk to women too. If you're a man or if you're a female that has a disagreement with me, come on and talk. Let's talk. I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to insult anybody. My beliefs are strong. I can back up what I talk about. My beliefs come from experience. I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, and I've learned a lot, and I have a lot to share. And the men that I've worked with and I've spoken to, their lives have improved when they followed my advice. So I know the proof is in the pudding. I can back up what I say, but I want to talk to everybody. I want to teach men. I want to help men understand that being masculine is good. It's not toxic, right? Masculinity means you're honest, you're hardworking, you love the people around you. You're making a difference in the world. You're not afraid to do things. You're not afraid of what people think. You're gonna do what you feel is right. You're gonna go out and you're gonna conquer, and not in a bad way, right? You're gonna go out and build a business. You're gonna go out and sacrifice for your family. You're gonna go out and lead other men. There's a symptomic going on, not a pandemic, a symptomic. And I've seen a lot of young dudes that are way too in touch with their feminine side. They are, being in touch with your feminine side, for a dude, it's a problem. Because when you're so in touch with your emotions, then you can be manipulated through your emotions, right? I'm not saying that I'm not in touch with my emotions. My wife knows me, and anybody that knows me, I'm an emotional dude. But the thing is, I understand my emotions. When I feel something, I dive into what I feel to understand why I'm feeling it. Because if it's a feeling I don't like, I want to get rid of it. So the best way for me to understand my emotions is by analyzing them. So I don't let my emotions control me. I control my emotions. Where these new men nowadays, these young guys, are controlled through their emotions. They feel something, they just do it. It feels wrong, so I'm not going to do it. It feels right, so I will do it. They're not honest with themselves. They're manipulated through their emotions. Social media, movies, TV, music. It's all a form of control, right? And people have been primed to be emotional. They've been conditioned to be emotional. So now when you're walking around as an emotional person, someone could just trigger you easily. And I have a problem with that. So I think the men being in touch with their feminine side has made them very emotional, which has made them easy to manipulate. And I'm trying to bring men away from that. Not that you shouldn't be in touch with your emotions, like I said. You should understand your emotions, but not let them control you. Somebody's got to be logical. Somebody's got to be able to think straight, right? And the way things are going, we're all a bunch of zombies being controlled by our emotions. So that's what I wanted to say. I'm going to have a buddy coming on in 2 days. Today's Sunday. I call him Scratchy, but his name is Luis. And we're going to talk about masculinity and Christianity. How you can be a masculine Christian man. Because I've talked to a lot of men who, I've struggled with it too, who, when they think about being a Christian man, they think about being weak. They think about being soft. They think about being a doormat. And I disagree with that. I've had a hard time becoming a Christian man, and the fact that it's hard for me is a challenge within itself. So if being a Christian man means being soft, then it'd be an easy thing to do, but it's not. It's a challenge. and I've had to let go of a lot of things that make me mad. I've had to confront a lot of things inside of me with God's help, right? I've had to confront a lot of things that I never would have confronted if I never would have decided to follow Christ. So me and my boy Scratchy, that's what we're going to talk about on Tuesday. We're just going with the flow. So we'll see you guys then. Bye.